Okay, so you activate it without a hitch. You can choose to activate a wild surge and choose an option from the list of just a bit more. You roll a wild surge. Power hits an additional 4 targets. Okay, go ahead and roll me your damage, and I will take a look at your wild surge table. Shit, this is gonna be ridiculous.
And I rolled even, so I can roll again.
Okay, so you deal 4 damage, which hits 4 other targets, so you dealt 16 damage. And you may roll again, which will then hit another 2. So you hit another 4. So you deal 20 damage. As you do, chaos bolts just erupt from you as a surge powers through, casting a complete and utter darkness in this area where you're no longer able to see how many rats you hit. But you hear just little squeals of death as all these rats are dying.
All these hit past, none of them hit any of the allies that were in the area.
This is all to the east.
Ah.
She's hitting the rats on the east side.
So, like, over here?
Yeah. So you don't know how many you killed, Kazumi, but you know that you killed a lot of them. And then there's darkness, so you can no longer see. As Sinethel, Sioris is fighting with Metal after they're just wailing away at these rats. Some are like trying to bite at them, nip at them. They're just grabbing them, throwing them to the side, slicing through them with their battle axes, and piercing them with their spears. What do you do in wolf form, sir?
I shall assist in quelling the numbers.
Alright, so you charge in wolf form, go into maw and bite at as many as you can. Go ahead and roll me a hack and slash.
Skadoosh.
Alright, so you charge in, you bite one, bite the next. Go ahead and roll me your damage. And you you bite one, bite the next one, you just whip to the wall, and it just kind of like gets back up, and just kind of like starts skittering towards you.
Oi. Hey, lad.
Petrin, you are
Take
now...
the corks out of my teeth.
Okay. And Petrin, you are now at the church. It's completely silent, minus this priest walking up to you and going, "What are you doing here?
I
Why'd you climb over my wall?"
I typed it way up earlier.
Well, describe it now.
There's the rat problem and whatnot. They're not only are they back, but there's a were-rat person thing that I didn't even know existed.
He goes, "Oh, were-rat, yes. They're horrible beasts. Horrible." Oh,
Yeah, well, it's dead, but the horde of rats is still killing everyone.
That's great news. He goes, "Well, you didn't answer my first question, though. What are you doing here?"
Because I knew this place would be safe.
Ah, yes, it is. Well, I must ask you to leave. We're closed at the moment.
Do you not care about people's safety?
This is like an old man, bald head, fully wrinkled. His eyes are so squinty you can't even tell if he's actually awake or asleep. He goes, No. We must follow the rules. We're closed. You must go. Come back tomorrow. And he like he's trying to like push you out, but he's like so weak he can't really do anything.
You're about to make me make a moral choice here, Amell.
He goes, "It's time for you to go. Please leave."
What would Savanaway do?
Burn them.
I don't have any torches.
So what do you do as this old man is pushing? He goes, "Do I have to get the guards? I don't want to get the guards." He goes, "But I will."
What guards?
He goes, "The guards, you know."
The one standing by your door?
He goes, "That's one of them. There are more."
And then he turns around and looks, and there's no guards because
he
you
can't
told me
see
there
them
was
anyways.
no
They're on the outside of them, so he wouldn't see them anyways.
Whatever. My character's not evil, so he just walks out with Zeke, I guess.
So you walk out. He goes, "Come again." And then he like goes back to tending the garden.
I was half tempted to just shoot him through the face with an arrow.
The good party, everybody. The good party.
Yeah, I'm not evil though, so I wasn't able to do
you
that.
walk out. There are no rats in sight when you step out.
I guess I'll head south and head towards the inn.
Okay, so you start heading that way. Are you running there? Are you walking? What are you doing?
I'm on Zeke. I'm going at like a brisk pace, but I'm not running because I don't want to like exhaust Zeke.
Okay, cool. So we cut back to the fight where all these rats are swarming around. They've all gotten into range at this point, and you're batting them away. They're biting into your armor, not really making any purchase on your actual flesh. Sioris, you and Metalath. Metalath looks like he's starting to get overran by the amount. He's a little too drunk from all the beer he's
I
been
gotta
drinking
help
for the
him.
last day. What do you do?
I'm gonna help him.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna go defend. I'm gonna defend everybody in the area.
Okay, so you defend this area. You stand in defense, blocking, knocking these rats away as they leap towards every single person with your reach that you have between this road. Metalath goes, I can do it myself. And he charges forward on his own. I'm going to roll an attack for him. E6 plus... he has a +2 loyalty, so we're going to give loyalty to this attack. 10. And he rolls a D8. As he cuts with one battle axe swing through 4 of the rats, he goes, see, I don't need your help. As you can tell, he's a little angry drunk right now because of how much he's had. He's doing his own thing.
Somehow he's a .45 and not dead.
Exactly. So,
He's a dwarf.
Sioris,
Pumpkin.
as you defend, you made your roll. Kazumi, out of the darkness, 20 of these rats just start to flow through this area and come charging towards you. They're centered on you based off what you just did. What do you do? And they're still a little bit of ways.
Is Cynethel still in the area?
Cynethel is fighting next to Sioris in wolf form. So he'd be to the north of you. This here. Boop. Boop. Boop.
I think I'll just cast the Chaos Bolts again.
Alright, so they come forward. You blast the Chaos Bolt. Go ahead and make your roll. As the shimmering energy comes flying out of your hands once again. Are you going to roll on the Wild Surge roll again? For just a bit more. That's a yes. Okay. So, you increase your, you additional 3 damage this time. Okay, cool. Caster leaves monster-shaped footprints of its own until Dispel Magic is cast. So you have, as you take a step forward, this poof, like where you step, you kind of like give a little bit, and this big old 3-pronged Tyrannosaurus like footprint appears under your foot. And you blast the Chaos Bolt, dealing 7 damage on the first hit, which I'm not going to count the additional damage from just a bit more towards the Chaos Bolt's effect, so you can roll your Chaos Bolt again. 1. So you do 7, and then you do 4. So you do 11. As you knock out 11 of these creatures, 9 more are still charging forward to you. They're going to make it to you before you're able to cast another spell, but we're going to see what Cynethel is doing as you're ravaging through these rats, trying to kill as many as you can, but their squishy nature is just preventing you from murdering them instantly.
Their squishy nature.
Right, because they can compress themselves and stuff. So, Cynethel, what do you do?
It would be less than efficient to just go for another hack and slash.
No, you can go for
is
hack
what
and
you're
slash.
trying
I'm
to
just
say.
saying fictionally during this whole entire time that's been happening, you haven't killed any, but none of them have hurt
Okay.
you either.
Yep.
Right into the story.
Let's go. Fuck
All
yeah.
right. Okay. So, there are a lot of rats around. That's the one thing, though. So, can you give me a con roll as one of these attempts to bite into you as you ravage through these?
Jesus Christ.
So, you feel weak and sickly again. If you already have one of those, you can't get it again. So, if you already have both or none, then you could. So, boom, you're feeling a little weakened again as one of these bites into your leg, and you feel infected with this disease as it courses through your body. As you then rip into a bunch more rats, one more rat,
What
and
the
then
fuck?
and then like blah blah because it tastes disgusting because you realize that maybe it's the blood that also potentially that's what gives you this disease, and that's probably why you really feel sick. As you kill one more, Sioris, you're defending the area, but no one seems to be really at a disadvantage.
Gonna keep my hold.
All right, so you hold your hold. You stand in defense still between the 3 of them. As Petron, you come around the corner to the east. There is pitch black darkness in this street right here. You hear fighting down the road, but you don't know what's going on because you can't see through this darkness. What do you do? Zeke is kind of like, he kind of doesn't want to go that way. You're trying to like lead him that way.
I don't go forward, but I stop Zeke from backing up.
Okay.
I guess I fire some arrows into the darkness.
Okay. You are going to roll this.
And then roll like a 1d4?
You can't see anything. You know there's fighting going on. You know it's with rats.
Yeah. That's why I'm going. That's what I'm saying. Like, because I'm going to be aiming somewhat low, but
Okay. That's fine. Go ahead and roll at a -2. So you roll. Is that your roll? Is it a 7?
yes.
Okay. So you're able to make purchase on these attacks. Go ahead and roll your damage. All right. So you take out Kazumi. You watch as these arrows fly from this darkness, somehow magically hitting 3 of the rats. You have no idea how, but all of a sudden, one last one comes flying and stabs you in the shoulder. You take 1 damage for being hit by this arrow. Do you say anything? Do you cry out? What happens as you get hit with this arrow?
Hey, it was 1 damage and it was his choice. It was this fucking. He just chose what happened with those arrows. All right, I did not get any choice.
It's a worse outcome for you, Petrin.
Yeah, except it's not a defy danger. It's a I need to choose less ammo or less damage. But no, it's just worse outcome.
True, that is true. I forgot about that. But oh well, too bad. In this situation, shooting through darkness, this is a much more realistic outcome.
I understand.
How do you feel as this arrow pierces into you from this darkness? As 3 of them hit rats also.
And it only does 1 damage to you.
Okay, so I'm going to rip the arrow out and look at it. Can I determine it's from him?
You've never really spent time looking at his arrows before, and he's pretty new to the party, so I would say no, you're not entirely sure it's him. You just know you got hit by someone who's shooting arrows. And not intentionally at you.
Well, I'm pissed regardless.
Because you saw a triple kill before then.
Right. So you're pissed off. What do you do when you're pissed off like this? What happens? How does your character look too?
Things are like showing, and then I guess her tails would be like wildly shaking.
Okay, so you have your foxfire still on your tails also because you haven't dispelled it yet. So you just these glowing orbs are just flying back and forth with your tails. And this air is like you're pissed. So there's still 6 rats in front of you from that east side. They're on top of you now, pretty much. What do you do?
Wait, they're on top of me now?
They're like, no, not literally on top of you, but they're like they're gonna be leaping at you
Right
any
next to
second.
you.
They're right next to you. That's what I should have said it that way. I'm sorry. What do you
How
do?
is Theoris holding his defense?
Sierra,
I can use it
describe-
anytime.
Describe how you're defending, though. Like
I'm just keeping an eye out, kind of like parrying, dodging things, kind of like keeping an eye on everybody.
Is Seoris
Push
wielding the
backfield.
spear
Yes.
in one hand and wielding the short sword in the other to keep them at bay? Sweeping motions with the short sword and stabbing
Yeah.
motions with the spear.
Cool.
Like whoop, stab.
So that is how Sirius is defending. He's using his whole body to defend in any way possible.
Puts a dagger on his foot, starts kicking.
I have a boot dagger.
No, you don't.
Boot knife.
So, what do you do, Kazumi? Is there's these 6 rats that are ready to pounce on you in any second.
I'm going to leap in the air and then cast my...
I so hope you create a hole.
I still
My
hope you do
kinetic
something
blast.
better.
It's like your kinetic blast. Okay, go ahead and jump with the defy danger with your dex to jump. 8. So you're able to jump, but they're able to make purchase. They're able to leap onto your legs as they do. They are going to bite into you, dealing their D8 plus 3 as you then kinetic blast down right on top of them, accurately missing your foot and not damaging yourself. Well, when you make your roll, at least. Accurately hitting them and not your foot. Okay, so a 17. As she's, do you say anything when you cast this, Kazumi? Or do you cry out in pain or anything? This is not the truthful one, just so you know. I just want to know, so I can tell everybody else.
No, I just wanted to like wail like really loud.
All right, so as you wail, bubbles come out of your mouth. Bubbles come out of your mouth, and no words are said. And then as the bubbles pop, boom, 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 you start hearing these yells appear out of these bubbles. Words are released when bubbles are popped. Spells are with verbal components cannot be cast for one turn. So next time around, anything that I don't think you have anything that requires you to say anything, but pretty much you try to say anything for the next little bit, they'll come out as bubbles.
Bubble bombs.
Well,
As you blast into, you deal you deal 4. So how much damage do you roll? You need to roll. Kinetic blast is a D6,
Forceful.
right? Oh, wow,
it says hits for 4.
Oh, okay,
With
with a
forceful
forceful
tag.
tag. Gotcha. So you deal 4 damage as fire comes from this kinetic blast down. You just kind of, it's like almost like a flamethrower from your hand as you burn through 4 of the 6 that were left around you as they come down to charred remains onto the ground. Citadel, you're now you're getting angry. You're watching everybody else just mow through all these things. You're in Wolfram. You're a beastly creature. Metalash just laughing as he's just swiping away drunkenly. What do?
Man, if only you had an ability called Claw and not Bite.
I feel like you roll more
Oh,
than
wow.
1 damage.
only
I
you
have
are
2
a
health, don't I?
werewolf.
I'm pretty sure.
If only you were a werewolf or a lion or...
So wait,
Anything
I'm
bigger?
sorry, guys. I can't hear him.
Or
What'd you say?
giant
Hold up. I
salamander.
can't hear him.
I said I have 2 hold, yeah?
You still have 2 hold. Yes, you get a +1 to your hack and slash when you use it.
Yeah. I'm going to use one of those holds.
Like what? I'm sorry.
the mower out
Yeah.
farther so that way we can take it back and get back over.
Sure.
Oh, luckily I didn't need it.
Okay, cool. So you make a roll to hack and slash. You're gonna need to give me That's fine. Go ahead and make your attack. Deal your damage. Six. Okay, so you actually maul through 6 of these creatures, ripping them to shreds. The numbers are dwindling at this point. You kind of have a thought that maybe you guys would have just killed these things at the start. You wouldn't have to go through all that stuff. That's kind of what your thought process hits as you do that. As you bite through and just rip through. But at the same time, 3 of them purchase onto or jump onto your back and bite into your skin. As you howl in pain, take a D4 minus, or not minus, but a D4 plus 1.
Wait, wouldn't it just be a D4?
There's
Because
no, because
if there's 3, then if 1 is the damage, then -1, then 0.
I'm counting the groups how I want to count them. He takes a +1. Deal
You're
with it.
cheating.
Armor?
He does what he wants.
Armor does
GM.
negate.
3 then.
This is the tree.
I'll add a 4th one in. It makes you feel better, Tim.
How is this the tree? This is not the tree.
Because he's cheating.
So Kazumi, there's still 2 rats right next to you. If you want to start walking, you can, but you'll need to make me defy danger as you avoid these rats and like redirect them towards Theoris.
What? You're redirecting shit towards me?
Do it.
Can I just
I'm
do my
impressed.
level in Tim?
Hold on,
Can I
what did
just
she
do
say?
my level in...
So what do you do?
Defy danger with what?
Dexterity. 12. So yeah. So you kind of like bat them away as they jump at you, and they like hit Theoris in the back. They didn't do any damage to him. They just like bounce off of him, and you just start
Hit my
walking towards the darkness. Petron, do you start walking into the darkness?
No.
So Petron
Zeke's
stays
not
back
gonna
there.
go into the
Are you still
darkness.
firing arrows?
What do I hear?
You hear fighting of rats
Yes.
and people and a wolf.
In front of me.
In that,
Not around the corner.
they're pretty much they're pretty much at that like T T intersection is where everybody's at. So you would hear it in front of you. She hasn't said anything. So you don't know she's walking this way. You
Is
don't
this
know what's going on.
magical darkness?
It is magical darkness.
Of course it is. uh,
Do it.
I I'm gonna make Zeke just roar, not to like make anything run, but just to have him roar to let like presence be known, I guess. And then he knocks an arrow and gets ready to shoot into the
All right. So Zeke roars as you hear this, Kazumi, and then let loose an arrow, Petrin.
She doesn't even get a chance.
I'll give her at least the ability to know to dodge from that roar. But go ahead and
Okay.
make your attack.
This
It's
is
a
a
12.
-2
So
still, right?
I'm not going to give her a chance to dodge on a 12.
This is a -2, right?
Yes, it is still at a -2, so you still get a 10. Oh, that's Kazumi's. Oh. So that's fine.
I
Kazumi
missed.
catches the arrow in her hand in this
She's
darkness.
not
She is
happy.
livid as this arrow flies towards. You do hear the roar of the lion, so you may at least assume it's Petrin and just doesn't have a clue you're there. But you literally catch it in your hand as it's about to hit your face. You hear it with your fox ears. It's not even like your eyesight. You're using your other senses to catch this thing. And then you walk out of the darkness with an arrow in your hand.
With 2 arrows in my hand.
Yes. What do you do?
Okay, so mind you, I'm also still creating those stupid huge footsteps.
Yes. As she steps, literally just a concave of dirt.
Oh, did I hear that? We'll say
No.
that that's why I
It's
shot
not
it.
you. It's not what you hear.
Damn it.
So
Where's
I'm-
my garden sprayer? I want a garden sprayer.
Wait, what?
This gate is open. Don't break it, I just bought it yesterday.
You guys saw nothing.
That's how you break it.
So you can drive it out of the gate and then go around into the courtyard to spread out.
Okay. I knew that. All right. Love you. And we're back.
We're back once again.
So, Kazumi, you have 2 arrows in your hand. Do you just snap them? What do you do?
I'm walking up to him, like looking intently in his eyes.
I'm on top of Zeke, mind you.
He's mounted.
She still looks at you intently in the eyes.
Kazumi, were you in that darkness the whole time?
She doesn't answer him. I just keep walking up to him, snap the arrows in his face, and then punch him.
You get punched in the face. It really, really hurts.
Oh.
Am I rolling any damage for this?
No, you get punched in the face and it really hurts.
Like I'd say he probably fell off of Zeke then.
You maybe notice a little bit of blood trickling from her shoulder as you get punched.
So I probably have like a bloody nose or something now.
Yep.
And he looks up at Kazumi. Did I hit you?
What do you think? And she like flicks her blood at him.
You are now
Gross.
slightly more bloody.
It's gross. I apologize. I didn't mean to. That was never my intention.
Don't let this happen again.
As she walks back into the darkness.
And she
Oh.
glares at Zeke.
All awesome like.
Cool.
Zeke cowers backwards a little bit in
Alright, so
fear.
Petrin turns evil because of how rude she was, even though it was an accident. He knocks all of like the 7 other arrows he
Shut
has and shoots them all into the darkness.
And they all conveniently miss.
hmm
So,
With that -2.
well, with the bloody nose, his vision's a little bit. It's at like a -4 now.
Wow.
Brutal.
So,
Fuck
I'm
you,
assuming
Mr.
you. I'm
Blind.
assuming you don't actually do that. And we go back to Sinethel and Sioris. There's only like 6 rats left, guys.
Oh,
Metal
can I
Axe-
just change my damage to the rest of them?
Are we
Damage
even?
equal
Yeah,
to my level?
sure. As Sioris
Great,
is
they all
like,
take 9 damage.
he as like they all like leap towards Sinethel and Metalath and himself. He just stab, 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 and Dragoon just spears them all, and then kind of like whoosh, pulls them all off of his spears. It was kind of like skewered like a shish kebab.
With my boot.
And all is quiet at the moment as Kazumi regroups with the party. Petron, do you follow suit through the darkness as she walks through it, or do
Fuck
you just
no.
So you walk around?
No, I don't walk at all.
Petron just stays where he's at.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hi, Last. You did good. You did good too, my little furry friend. As I is he still in wolf form? As I rub his head.
Yeah.
Do you accept the rub? Do you make some kind of
I
like
will
howl, or
accept.
he accepts the pet? He
Yeah.
kind of leans his head so you can scratch his ear. Metalast goes, yes, but I got the most. Now, back to what I was doing. And he walks
Brush my tail
away.
in his face.
He just kind of pushes you sideways, tries to knock you down. He goes, I got things to do and beer to drink. And he walks back towards the inn. He goes, there's a celebration. It's not over yet. It's still night.
All right, I'm gonna go head over to where the body of the
Okay.
where
takes
Rat
you-
was
it
to
takes
make
you-
sure it's dead.
It takes you a few minutes to get there. There is still a pink and purplish, very bright dome in the middle of the street. It's only been like 10 minutes. There's still like 5 minutes left on it. And it's just sitting there in the middle. It looks pretty cool from the outside. A lot less scary this time around, as there's no rats covering it. And they're right next to the front. Oh, no, it's actually the back side of it. I'm sorry. In the back where like all the storage little warehouses are, there is a dead were-rat. Neck, just like a pool of blood coming from the neck on the ground, covered in like this ripped up robe and fur.
I poke it with my foot. Is it most certainly dead?
It eats you when you're dead. But no, it is certainly dead.
Hmm. Well, time to go bury this outside.
So
As I grab it by its foot and start dragging it out because I don't know how else to carry it.
so you start to drag it out. And then as you do, a little pipe or flute falls out of like the robe pocket.
Pick it up. Look at it. Put it in my pocket. Can keep on going.
All right, so you keep on going.
just
There's
Just
still
dog
like
trucking.
leaves and vines on that thing.
There is still leaves
Whatever.
and vines. It's just like a random little sprout. Maybe there's a little flower that is sprouted from where the blood was like pooling at. And you lead it out of town. What Kazumi and Sinatha, what are you two doing? Did you go with Sioris to do this, or did you go back to the inn? Did you go to the check on the captain, townsfolk, and stuff like that? Did you yell, "It's now safe"? Because no one's done that.
Nah, I keep quiet and I follow Sioris and give him a hand to bury the corpse.
All right. So you go out and do you get rid of your wolf form? I'm assuming at this point.
Nah, I'll chill in wolf form for a bit.
Hey, laddie. Use your little wolf paws and help me dig. I know them dogs that like to do that, so maybe you could be good at doing that too. Lad.
I'll try. Do you want me to roll for it, Aaron?
You can just
See if I
you
fail.
guys. There's no danger right now, so all it's gonna do is take you time to do
I
it.
just meant for, like comedic value.
If you want to see how poorly, I'm not gonna give you experience for it. If you want to roll to see how badly it goes, sure,
Yeah, right. What would it be?
badly or
Strength.
awesome it goes.
Strength or?
Yeah, it would be strength. So
he
goes
takes
and-
stages.
he goes a dig, and it takes you're like asking him, you're sitting there, and you're like, okay, this won't take very long. And you sit there for like 10 minutes, and he's dug like 2 feet down. Like, ugh.
Laddie, if I didn't have I'd help you if I had a shovel, but I don't, so you're gonna have to, you might actually have to do all the work here.
All right. Kazumi, what are you doing?
As I'm coaching him.
Did she step away?
I do.
Kazumi, you there?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
just trying to figure out like how to really explain Kazumi's stance on blind arrows.
On flying arrows. Oh, blind arrows. I don't know. Do you go back to talk to Petron about like maybe now that you calmed down a tiny bit, you go back to talk to Petron about it, or are you still like kind of fuming? You're just pissed off, like fucking shooting arrows in the middle of darkness, can't see where he's shooting.
So now that she's had like her moment of clarity, like she goes back to Petron.
Okay. As she appears back from the darkness, I'm assuming you're still in the same spot, Petron.
Yep.
All right.
Zeke cowers and I step in front of Zeke like holding an arm out.
Mm-hmm.
If you're back to hurt me more, fine, just leave Zeke alone.
I'm not. I'm just sorry that I have to punch you. I'm not really. I'm used to being hunted, so that's arrows in my face is not very something that I want to deal with. I apologize.
I apologize for shooting in the first place.
Okay, cool. You guys have your little moment, and then, okay, like 20 minutes goes by in total, Seoris, and he finally digs like a 4-foot hole, and you're like, fuck it, it's deep enough.
All right. Let's put the dirt on top and we'll be done. So I help him do like the whole like behind under the legs things, like because I don't have a shovel.
Right. So you just, you just shove it in, and it takes a little
Yeah.
bit. You still have, you realize as you're doing this, you still have the long sword from Petrin, and afterwards maybe you think to go find him.
Maybe I should return this.
All right, so you both go walking into town. You run into them eventually. I'm assuming back at the inn. As
By
you-
that, if I see him, I'm just gonna like kind of like toss him his sword, like not like throw it.
I
at
know
him,
what
but,
you
like,
mean. You hand it
so
to
he
him.
can catch it.
Nah, you definitely throw it straight at him.
It's like throwing scissors at somebody. I got it.
Yeah, throwing blade first. Got it.
Yep.
So
So,
spin.
all right. So you both make it in there, and the town's kind of like calmed down. People have. There's not really that many people out. Some people have like kind of like opened their windows and looking out, seeing what's going on. You're all sitting down, drinking your beers, and the captain walks in and goes, "What the hell is going on here? What the hell happened?"
I feel like it's the
I
guy
don't
we
know.
should have seen.
Kevin. Yeah. Sips the beer.
He looks and goes, "I have no idea what you just said with that accent." He goes, "Anybody else? What the hell happened?" Well, he really couldn't. I really didn't hear what you said. That's why I said that.
Is
I
he
lied.
getting,
I
is he
said
getting
there's a
tired of the
were-rat.
accent?
There's
Yeah,
a
I can
were-rat
hear him.
outside. I buried it in the goddamn dirt with the help of my friend here. You can more than welcome to go look at it if you like, but just remember you have to bury it after you dig it up.
He looks and goes, "You buried a monster." Huh.
Not everybody chooses to be what they are. Sips the beer.
He
Puts it
goes-
down.
He goes, "Oh," and then clearly, this solves all of our problems. As he like walks out and goes, he goes, "Well, there's still a murderer on the loose. We need to go find it."
He's stupid. He's really stupid.
As he walks out, you guys stop him because the porch is still closed. As you wake up in the morning,
Feeling like P. Diddy.
yes, you're now in the inn. So,
Go on.
no, go ahead. It's fine. If you want to say something, go ahead.
So
I
we're waking
was-
up? Or what are we doing?
I was gonna say I want to go and get my diseases cured.
Okay, so you go to the church. Is this at night? That same night, or the day after? I just want to clarify this.
Yeah, well, they'd be closed, wouldn't they?
You don't know this.
Yeah, okay, I'll do it. I'm a factor of not knowing.
So you walk in and goes, "What is with you little ones?" And yeah, I'm not gonna see yours fucking voice. I can't get back to the other guy's voice now. He goes, he kind of looks at you, squinty-eyed guy, bald guy, and goes, "We're closed. Get out." He goes, "I'm tired of telling all these people." And he kind of like saunters in really slowly. I can't remember the voice right now, so I'll do it another time.
Old Asian man is what you had.
Yes, I can't get it right now though. I lost the voice at the moment. So
Okay.
Just try to say "oh" like an Asian, and you'll get it
Oh.
at some point.
No, I don't got it right now. It doesn't matter. He kicks you out, and you go back to the inn, saddened.
I
Is
ask him when I can come back to be healed
He tells you to come
and
back
how
tomorrow.
much it's gonna cost me.
He
tomorrow.
goes, "It depends on what you have." And then you all go back to the inn. I'm assuming no one else wants to do anything for the rest of the night. You guys drink. You have a little merry time. There's not really that many people in here for the carousing anymore because of the news of the were-rat and all the other rats that are dead in the street right now that you guys left out there, all nice and neat for everybody. By nice and neat, I mean a complete blood pile.
That reminds me. Do you have anybody in town that can figure stuff out? Maybe a tinker or artificer, maybe even a mage.
As you
I asked the
look,
bartender.
I was like, as you look, the bartender looks at you and goes, "Well, I'm sure there's somebody. Cat was a good person for that."
Cat is no longer able to do that service for me. Is there anybody else?
Oh, that's too bad. I guess you should be nice to do her next time. Um, I don't know anybody right now, but give me a minute, or give me like till the morning, and I'll find someone so you could help you out.
Alrighty. Thank you so much, sir. As for Kat, she told me she had to go somewhere. Well, she didn't quite tell me actually. She just chose to leave abruptly.
He's lying
You
through
are
his
lying.
teeth,
I had
and
to
he
correct
also
it.
needs to tell the truth.
That is kind of
Yes.
that is kind of a rough one. That you can't say
literally-
any of
you-
that.
you can't-
that
you-
one,
you- yeah.
that is
She,
true.
I am saying Kat chose to leave. That's not really
She
a
chose to leave.
lie.
She
You
didn't
killed her.
choose to leave.
She chose to kill me, or try to kill me, or
Yeah,
kill someone I
then
know.
you're
Died in
not-
the process, so
you're
she
not.
left.
You're not
No.
lawyering that one. She did not choose to die.
I need to go over to the whatchamacallit.
No. You already had this conversation, so please reword it to how you should have said it.
Kat is no longer with us.
Okay. He goes, so she's dead?
You cannot say no, and you cannot say maybe. You have one answer in this. Or you can walk away, and then they're gonna fucking chase you down because they think you killed her, and you're trying
That's
not
probably
to kill.
one way to put it.
He goes, oh, it's horrible. I could have sworn she was in the bar when her place went up. Maybe it was the rats.
The rats lit the bar, the barn, the bar's on barn. The rats, yes,
He
those are the ones
goes-
that lit the store on fire.
Ugh, well, that's bad news.
It is
Yes.
kind of bad, but like I'm saying there, do you know when the church or steeple thing opens?
Dawn.
Dawn's a very vague time. Is it when sun goes up or when
He looks and goes,
Like-
that would be called dusk.
the sun goes up? It's called dusk.
You said down.
Aye, lad.
You said down.
I said up.
You said
When the
down.
sun comes up,
I heard down. Anybody else hear down?
I heard up.
Well, apparently I can't hear shit. He goes, yes, when the sun comes up.
alrighty. You
Alright.
suppose since we've generated such business for you, we could have the nights for free?
Of course. Enjoy.
Wonderful. So go
So-
find a room and just
You all
pass out.
find a room. Everybody gets their night rest. If you're weak and sickly, it's a very uncomfortable night. You don't feel good. Occasionally, you have to go to the toilet and possibly throw up and stuff like that.
I
It
sleep
doesn't
great.
affect you. You get a full night's rest. So if you have, does anybody level up during this time?
Technically, yes, I level up now.
Okay, Tim, you level up. Do you know what skill you're taking and what stat point you're putting into?
No.
All right, figure that out, and then you can let us know when you figure it out. Anybody else level up? Cool. So you all get back half of your HP.
Which I took 0.
Right, you get back half your HP, and then the other night, rest of the night goes on. Fine. So in the morning, you
Is it
go.
all good if we finish like
Mhm.
10 minutes early for the
I
session?
was.
Yeah.
So we can do end of session?
Yeah, we'll finish up here very shortly.
Okay.
So you all come out. You're looking around. The town's a little bit more bustling. All the rats were cleaned up. There's still huge bloodstains in the T section where you had that fight. It's gonna take time for it to do it. The bartender walks up to you at one point, just before you walk out, and goes, "Yes, if you're looking for someone for tinkering stuff like that, there's another general store on the other side of town. His name, it's actually Dilly's father. His name is Tank.
Tank.
Yep,
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Lada.
no problem."
Tank the rock.
So, do you go that way, or what do you do, Sioris?
Yeah.
What is,
Heck yeah.
I'm
Heck yeah,
assuming
we'll go that way.
who
in the
all
morning?
who all goes to the church, by the way? I'm assuming Sinethel. Anybody else go to the church?
Yep.
Petrin
I mean-
or Kazumi. I don't know if you guys are weak or not.
I am not.
Cool.
Kazumi, I believe, did get. Yeah, she got bit. Oh wait, didn't she drink 2 potions? Yeah, she drank one of her own, and she drank
One
one
was for
from
healing.
Sioris.
She still has one
Yeah,
ability.
she has one ability at the moment. So
Oh.
you can go to him if you wish, Kazumi, in the morning and see if you can get that cured. And then, yeah. So do you go with them? Or with Sinethel? Who's going
Yeah,
to the
I'll
church? Cool. So you both go that way. We'll go, It's the same old Asian dude in the morning. He goes, "Oh, I see you're back." He goes, "Come in. We will take a look."
Amell, check Skype, by the way.
Okay.
I don't know if you have.
I haven't been.
Petrin stays in his room and just stays close to Zeke, comforting him.
Okay, so you're doing that, and then he goes, "Okay." He goes, "Oh, you both look like you had a rough time last night." He goes, "We could fix these issues for you." For you, he looks at you, Synthel. You have 2 weaknesses, right? Correct?
Yes.
He goes, "We will require a donation of 75 coins.
Yep.
And it'll take about an hour." He goes, "Look at you," and he kind of looks you up and down, consuming a little bit longer than he probably should. It's an old priesty dude. He's allowed to. And then goes, "For you,
Is he allowed to?
it might take longer, but I'll do it for free for you."
You getting curved on.
That's more of a stereotype than a like free pass there, Amell.
I know, it's perfectly acceptable for me. So, then we go over to Sears and Tank, the Tinkerer, apparently.
Aye.
You come in, it's
the
a
gentleman at
big,
the bar told
burly dude. He's got a
the gentleman at
full-on
the
beard.
bar told me that you're quite good at figuring things out. I have actually found this thing here for me. Puts it on the table. It's a kind of a flute. I'm not quite sure what it does, if it has any magical properties. You think you could take a quick look at it?
He looks and goes, it's a big old burly dude. Looks like he might have been a lumberjack at some point in time. And by lumberjacks in this game, for those watching, think Viking, but lumberjack. Big old burly beastly dude, huge
With
muscle, ripped
shirts.
muscles, long beard, flannel shirt. He looks at it and he looks and goes, "I can take a look at it. It'll cost you 25 coins though for my time."
Absolutely. Do you know how long it'll kind of take?
And he looks at it and goes, "Not long at all."
Do you already know what it
He
does?
hands it back to you and goes, "It's a regular flute."
Nothing. I spent 25 coins for you to tell me it does nothing.
Well, you had to know somehow.
That's true. I could have just played it.
You could have, but if it was magical, it could have been really bad for you.
It could have been.
So, can you, Cyrus, give me an intelligence check, or defy danger with your intelligence.
Defy danger with my int?
Yes, I want to see if you connect the dots. You connect the dots. So, you realize that your lore from the Pied Piper legend related with someone bringing rats in and then making money by then finding a way to escort them out. And you realize that the flute that was mentioned in the thing necessarily was just a tool to use as an example of a way for her control of the rats to drag them out of town. She
Control was fake as shit.
her
but the
control
flute
her
was just
control
there.
was real.
Really?
It was
When I
was
say
a
fake as shit, I meant
were-rat.
the flute.
the flute. Yes.
The
fake.
were-rat.
This is the
I
connection
got
you make. This is how she makes her money and her living. She comes to the towns for an extended period of time. Kills, does what she wants. And then at some point she's like, "Okay, now that a few murders have happened that I've set up after all this time, they'll pay me to get rid of them."
You know Mike's gonna be upset with
Which
you.
is what you also realize is what that bag of coins is from her room.
Aye.
It was under the
Time to go make a little payment for my settle there as I go and collect the bag of coins.
Because you're the only one that knows it's there. So
I am
Yes.
the only one that knows in there. How much
Alright.
gold is there as I go walk through
You
that house?
collect-
end of session. So Logan
you
can.
collect 300 coins, and then we will. Yeah,
Cool.
we still
Oh,
have to-
I've still got a couple
we still
of
have 5
minutes.
minutes. Yeah, so.
Oh, okay.
An hour goes by of him Sears going through the house, maybe rummaging through additional stuff. You find. Give me a D8 plus. Actually, no. Yeah, give me a D8 plus 3. And this creature isn't ancient, but it doesn't win over other. A 10,
You take
huh?
10 damage.
You take 10 damage as the bunch traps go off and the house collapses.
Nice. I used Valor. I take no damage.
You're still trapped in there and suffocating to death. You dead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I take Banshee Bracers. It passes right through me.
Okay, so
I'm
a
on top of the
10.
house.
Okay, go ahead and you actually find something useful. Give me a
The banshees
minute here to
deactivate
find
early.
what you get.
You now have
here.
wood in your internal organs.
Let's see what I can find here. Okay, so that's not useful right now.
So want me to roll a D100?
No, I don't want a D100 on this one. You find that will not work for you. That will not work. It's not even really for you. It just won't work. You find this one, maybe? Nope, we have that one. I want to find something decent for you.
Oh, right, put it in.
Okay, here's what you find. I don't know if you're going to make use of it. You find a shield.
Okay. Finally
Alright.
something to drop.
The shield on the front, it's inlaid in gold. And you may think that at one point this was given to her as a reward for rescuing a town from the rat infestation that she caused.
Okay.
It on the front of it is a dwarven rune as the symbol on the shield itself. You don't know what it says, but it does glow with kind of like a mystical aura just in the rune itself.
Well, this is very nice. As I like put it on my back. It's like maybe metal be able to tell me what this is all about later. So I mutter to myself.
Yeah. Pretty muttery right there.
So that is what you find. I will put that in your inventory after this. Okay, so Petron's just kind of relaxing out in the sun, kind of cooling off from the last few days of battle. But Petron, while you're resting, you get kicked by someone. Like not hard, but you get kicked. Like trying to.
Petron wakes up and looks at wherever he got
You
kicked.
look up and you see the captain of the guard, and he goes, "Doesn't look like you're trying very hard to find that murderer."
The murderer is dead.
He goes, "Oh, and how is the murderer dead?"
I look at him with a blank expression.
He goes, "As far as I'm concerned, there was just a bunch of rats in town yesterday. Rats are dead. I mean, thank you for that, but there's still a murderer in the town."
Someone already told you where the body was buried. If you want to go look at it, go look at
the
it.
body of the were-rat. He looks at as Seahorse, you start to walk up at this point. Sinethel and Kazumi, you're kind of. This is about an hour later, and you're both now cured. Kazumi, you feel a little awkward because he was a really creepy old man, and Sinethel, he was very nice and calm and with you. He was professional.
I walk up to the town's guard. I like pat him on the back. It's like, sir, let me tell you, you were being duped the whole time. See, the were-rat came in with all the rats, killed people, and then we're gonna use this flute in kind of a way to try to make you pay her money before she left.
He looks at you and goes,
If you like, I'll take you to the
Were-rat.
botty and prove it to you.
He looks at you and goes, "Yeah,
Absolutely.
take me to
As
the
I
bottom."
as I
See
take
this
him this
were-rat.
way.
All right, so you take
So I
him
take him
to-
outside of town.
and take him outside of town. I could really screw you now, but you dig up you show him a grave. He makes you dig it up. So you have to
Well,
dig
good
up.
thing it wasn't very, very well, as you previously determined.
He makes you dig it up. If you're gonna dig, he goes. If you want to prove it, dig it up.
But let me tell you, if I dig it up, you're gonna give us a ride out of here on one of those boats you got there.
If it's a were-rat, I'll believe that it's the murderer, and we'll reopen the ports.
Absolutely. You're gonna make me do it all by myself.
He goes, "I'm not the one who buried it."
I
Oh.
start digging it up, regrettably.
Petron would
No.
do that too.
Petron follows you because this guy is an ass, and he has Zeke just dig it quickly.
So you dig it up. There's a couple claw marks in the were-rat as you dig it up. She does not transform back into a human yet, luckily. And he sees and goes, "Well,
Well, you'll be damned, I say.
never seen that one before."
You probably won't have to again.
He looks at you and goes, "So, who was the killer?"
Well, I don't know this, but it was the wolf.
Who was the killer? I'm not quite sure who landed the killing blow.
who was the murderer? He goes, don't play
Well,
games.
obviously the weather rat here.
Oh, that's what he meant.
What person is the were-rat? He's like, give
Just
me
say
a
the
break.
truth. God damn.
It was your general store owner, Clegg.
Who? I can't understand your accent.
You bloody idiot. It was cat. Are you so dumb that you can't understand the words
He
that
looks and
I
goes,
insinuate?
it was Cat, huh? No, we had our suspicions that she might be up to something, but nothing like
We
this.
just thought she was the quirky town person.
Exactly. As the constable speaks up and says that. So he goes, well,
Aye, what's done
Fair
is
enough.
done.
he goes, fair enough. Well, barrier. Oh well. And he kind of like walks away.
As I go back to burying the body.
Yep, you bury the body. Body's buried. And we're going to end the session there at you guys all. We'll let you guys do like a supply really quick before you guys leave the town. But we're
I want
gonna
to buy all the health potions.
we'll do
we
it
should do
after.
that next. Yeah, we should do that
We'll
next
do that.
session.
I'm just saying you guys are gonna have that, but we're gonna kind of end the session with you guys sitting at the dock, like your sacks and satchels and backpacks and stuff like all on you, getting ready to leave. So end of session. That was a good session.
That
I
It was a pretty
enjoyed
good
it.
session.
I didn't do a whole ton that session,
So
but
many rats.
it was still pretty good.
End of session. Where is it at? Here we go. So, when you reach end of session, choose one of your bonds that you feel is resolved, completely explored, no longer relevant, or otherwise. Sinethel. Bonds.
No bonds.
Osiris. Bonds.
Let's see here. See Kasumi's is left. I should cheer her up. Didn't get a chance to do that, and Limrot wasn't here today to understand Limrot's nature, other than he ran away.
Limrod is at the pier with you guys. You have filled him in with all the information of what's happened. And all you hear is, I knew it! Is the only thing he says all session. Is that he knew it was her. All right, and then we let's go over to Kazumi. Kazumi. Bonds.
No bonds.
Okay. And
It wasn't the
Petrin.
kid though, so I mean, he would have just killed an innocent kid.
Right. Petrin. Or bonds.
Learn more about Fox Person. I mean, I learned that she
You did
has
learn
a
about
bad temper.
You learned about her issues
Does she
with
used to be
things that,
hunted?
like yeah, she used to be hunted.
Yeah.
So,
So would that count as
you learned more about her. So yeah, go ahead and mark an experience.
cool? Wasn't
Any-
expecting to get
Anything
any.
else?
I was careless and need to keep Zeke safe. Whenever Zeke was alone, I went to him. I never left him. Like when Sinethel just left him, I stopped
Okay.
what I was doing and went to him.
Okay, I'll give it to you because you weren't careless at all with him today. You kept him from going, like, you steadied him from backing away from the darkness. You went and got him when that, sure. I mean, he got injured, but you weren't being careless when he got injured.
Cool.
So, cool. Let's go ahead and go with, goal. Sinethel, goal. You have not completed yours, right? So mark another day for that one. Sirius, you have not marked your goal yet, or you have not gotten your goal completed, so go ahead and mark a good day. Kazumi, I know you have 2 goals, so did you complete either one? I don't remember what your other one is.
No, it's the one with Rose, but no, I didn't.
All right, mark a day for it. And then Petrin.
My goal was to catch the killer. Was this the killer?
This was the killer of this place.
All right, so
You mean the killer of the town, correct? That was your goal.
no, the killer was the killer that I've been chasing.
You played it off at one point, but at other points you played that you weren't aware of what it was.
It was kind of like a half and half.
Can you explain what was this killer you were looking for initially? Do you remember?
The killer that I was looking for was just leaving death in its wake for no reason. Like I kept finding dead bodies and whatnot, and I was just following trails.
I'll give you a yeah. You've probably gone town for town following this creature. We probably could give you more spout lores on information.
All right. Well, I have 4 days marked. So that's what 2
So
experience.
that's 2 experience for that goal, and then you can create a new one when you think of one. Let's go ahead and go with alignment.
Alignments?
Sinethel alignment.
Destroy an unnatural menace. That sounds like a were-rat.
This was definitely an unnatural menace. So yes, you have done that. Sioris, your alignment.
Mine is endanger yourself to protect someone weaker than you. Can I argue that by me killing the rats, I'm protecting townsfolk from very dangerous things, or no?
Sure, I'll give it to you.
Okay.
Kazumi.
Ensure a person suffers, and I think I did that to myself, honestly.
You suffered yourself. You definitely ensured that you yourself suffered. So yes. And then Petrin.
Help an animal or spirit of the wild. I don't think I did keep Zeke like close and made sure he didn't do anything. Like I took care of him, but I don't think I.
You didn't have to help him.
Yeah, I don't think I helped him.
I'm gonna say no. Like if it was in a case with that, like with the rats, if you would have found a way to non-lethal, like
I mean, I helped him over the wall. If you want to count that.
I'm not giving that.
Your
one to
exact words were "help over the wall."
So, it's like this would be a good example if you found a way to like get rid of like this has probably been previous session, but to get rid of the rats in a way that wasn't
I wouldn't
murdering
have-
them. That could
No,
have
but
worked.
they were. I knew they were diseased. There was no reason for me to want to save those rats.
True. So let's see here. So let's do the final 3 questions. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yes, we learned that the Pied Piper's a joke.
You did learn about the legend and how that legend actually was. Yes. Did we interact with our NPCs?
Yes.
Sinatella interacted with our NPC, and it was quite hilarious. Did we loot a memorable treasure?
Yes.
I'm going to say yes. It's not a magical item, but the Piper flute in itself is still technically a memorable treasure of a kill.
What about the shield I have?
And the shield that I forgot about. So yes.
Okay, so that's what 11. I'm 1 experience off leveling with how much I failed.
Yep. Nice. So, everybody that watched, thank you for sticking around. A lot of you actually stuck around the whole entire time. I really appreciate that. I hope you enjoyed it.
too.
There was a lot of rolling today, a little bit less. I mean, there was a lot of role-playing,
Dialogue.
but in combination with what you guys were doing. So, I hope you enjoyed it. We will be back next Saturday for another session of Dungeon World. All of our old sessions are up on YouTube. If you wish to watch them, the link is down
Oh
below
yeah,
the stream.
Logan.
Let me
Logan,
finish
you
my
got it.
ending
You got-
thingy.
Okay.
So-
right after he's done, Logan.
What?
So you can follow me on Twitter if you want. I always post when I go live, and then I will be back on tomorrow to play some random game. I'm not sure what, but
No Man's Sky.
potentially, most likely. I haven't fixed the encoding issue I've been having. So thank you all for watching, and we will see you later.